Jerry Jones has managed to find a new way to make a fool of himself. I think that this man enjoys hearing himself talk more than he cares about winning football games. I have truly determined that after what he said yesterday at the start of Cowboys training camp. So we're in a position with Brian Schlappenheimer where you've got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to do. There's high hopes that something could be had this season that you can tap into. Guys being healthy on the field. Dak's ready to go. You've got CeeDee Lamb back. His contract's figured out. You've got a big stable of running backs, a big mauling guard that you just drafted. You're hoping your defense is going to be better. And you're in the middle of a contract situation with Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
One that could get a little contentious, but it'll get resolved. Normal order of operations, there'll be some reporting from sides where the deal's currently at. Jerry took it upon himself to take a shot at Micah Parsons in the middle of this. I don't know how we're not cutting mics. I don't know how somebody's not standing up. Stephen Jones isn't standing up. Hey, Dad, put the mic down. Dad. No, Dad. The quote that he said, just because we sign Parsons doesn't mean we're going to have him. He was hurt 6 games last year. Seriously. Jones said incorrectly, as Parsons missed only 4 games last year. I remember signing a player for the highest paid at the position in the league, and he got knocked out 2/3 of the year. Dak Prescott. So there's a lot of things you can think about, just as the player does when we're thinking about committing and guaranteeing money. Look, we made this statement before. I'm just going to say it very declaratively. This man is senile. Man is senile.
It's disgusting.
He has lost all awareness. He thinks he's on. You know what Jerry's going through right now? He's staring down death. This man's staring. He knows he's got. Jim Irsay just went. He knows. Yeah. He knows that he's got a look.
R.I.P. Jim Irsay.
R.I.P. Jim Irsay, who's a much more normal human being than Jerry Jones.
I will not back that statement.
Better human being than Jerry Jones. I'm trying to say here that I think that Jerry is grappling with his own mortality, and he's kind of come to the point where he's just going to say whatever the F he feels like.
I think Jerry is looking around the room and seeing that there are, way more people that don't look like him than look like him. And that is age, that's race, that is points of power, and the traditional standing of that. I think it's freaking him out. I think he's making very knee-jerk decisions at inopportune times, and this is the latest of it. His statement of, I remember paying a quarterback, Dak Prescott. You paid him 4 hours before the first game last year, and you're worried about him getting hurt? He had your contract bullshit weighing over his head all training camp. Same with CeeDee Lamb, all training camp. You pull the rug out under these guys, chop them out the knees and say, go ahead, go out there, make something happen. It's totally backwards. Taking shots at Micah Parsons for getting injured. One of the few guys who could have walked at any time and said, I'm done, and he would have been picked up by the other 31 teams just like that. Any dollar paid, just like that, we'll take Micah Parsons, please and thank you. And you're running out this cadaver 44 days before the first Cowboys game. You're walking him out there and he's saying stuff like this. It's gross. Jerry Jones, this was a disgusting display of oldness from Jerry Jones.
Dumb old man bullshit that you're doing, Jerry, man. Like, and this isn't a shot at people, normal seniors that have awareness, situational awareness of what you should and should not say.
Never seen Pete Carroll do some shit like this or say anything like that.
How old is Jerry?
I think Jerry's 81. I think
82 years old. But okay, he has not lost all control of his. He's clearly very with it.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost cognition. He doesn't have Alzheimer's. I think that he's just said F it and he's just going to do whatever he wants because he understands that there's really a limited amount of time that he's left on this earth. So instead of him focusing that energy towards building a good team and being a good person and motivating your young players and supporting them, he is going to use an open microphone to take a shot. And he's not going to apologize. He should. If
He
he was a
immediately should.
if he was a grown man of the age of 81, he would apologize.
Yeah.
And he would say, I shouldn't have said that. I let my words get ahead of me, whatever. But no statement will come out from him. I just don't even know how you recover from this.
You don't.
Legitimately.
He's rotting. He's rotting from the inside because of the new age NFL. I think it's killing him. I think the thought of his thought process of having to pay these guys money just for them to be on the team with the guaranteed money, I think it's killing him. I don't think he can handle it or process it, because when he bought the team in '89, you could have a star that gets hurt and you never have to pay him. Whew. That stinks about the injury, but man, we just saved ourselves about $40 million in 1989 money. Wow. Now, where you're just giving guys money because that's what the new language is in the NFL, because all the guys that you ripped off previously fought and clawed, so you wouldn't be able to gamble with their injuries. It's the new age, and he is going in kicking and screaming, and he's been doing it forever. It's gross and it's tired. I'm sick of him. I'm so sick of Jerry Jones, even though I'll acknowledge that he's like one of the most legacy-filled football people that we have in the sport right now. But this is really disgusting to see an owner doing this with his players.
And the sad thing is that there's nobody that's going to rightly step in and try to say, hey, I don't think you should be doing these radio appearances. I don't think you should be speaking so publicly. I think you need to take more of a back seat, because this is doing a serious detriment to the brand. And the craziest part is we just spent 30 minutes talking about the disrespect to Trey Hendrickson, the disrespect to Shamar Stewart. We had to make inferences based on statements that were made by the front office and the ownership of the Bengals. The fact that you are engaged in a contract negotiation, that you're probably going to give Micah the money, all you had to do was go through the negotiation and get it done.
Yeah.
This was so unnecessary. This is so stupid.
I think that he wanted to make a point, and it's an old man making a point, and you just got to let him, and he's going to get to it. And I think he got conflated about the Trayvon Diggs stuff, and you docked him his pay, and people weren't complaining that you docked Trayvon Diggs his pay. $500K out of his yearly salary, 9 to 8.5 right now. And for some reason, that wasn't good enough for you. You needed more. You needed to let Micah know that he was hurt too much. You needed to let a player on your team know you can't pay him because he got hurt. He's going to be a top 3 player in the league. In the league. He will be on par with any quarterback in terms of talent, impact on the field. That's what Micah Parsons can do. You're talking about him like this? Sounds like you don't want him. And Micah Parsons, all class today. When he was getting asked questions on the field about it,
the early 20-year-old, 20-something, I think he's 24, 25.
Yeah, all class.
More classy than the 81-year-old.
Crazy to me that Micah answered professionally. He said, I'm doing this for my teammates. I'm doing it for myself. I don't need to do it for Jerry. That's fine. No one's asking you to do it for Jerry, but what a professional answer. And him saying, I want to be a Cowboy. I've wanted to be here. I just want to get through it. Great stuff, too. How do you have this kid who is coming out of Penn State with character concerns in the NFL? People were worried about how that would translate. He falls to pick 11, and then he turns into be an all-pro, a perennial all-pro. He'll be an all-pro for 10 years if he's on the field, and he has been most of the time. And you're doing this to him. I don't know if I've seen this. I don't know if there's any other owner in the NFL that feels the need or would have the balls to say something about a player of this caliber who is currently on his team. Is this chess? I literally after I saw Micah,
there is no power dynamic move out of any of this. I mean, you know what the chess is? If I'm Mulgeta, who's Parsons' agent, I'd shut down the negotiation. I would go to Jerry and I'd reach out to him and say, like, hey, he doesn't want to play here. He's not going to sign. Don't franchise tag him.
Yeah.
He's going to leave. He's not going to play here. He doesn't want to be here. You just indicated that you do not trust his availability. You do not want him here, is what you just said. That's what you indicated. There is no saving this. The only way you save it, give him $50 million a year.
Yeah.
Give him quarterback money. But there's no saving this. He actually, I would argue, he just gave up the leverage that he might have had.
Jerry did?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's done.
In a negotiation, this might have worked if like, well, we're a little worried about his availability because he was banged up last year. Like that publicly, no, because you just embarrassed him.
Yeah. Right now, Micah Parsons has more value going anywhere else than he does on the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys have proven that. I was so in it today with thinking about this saga. It was almost, it dawned on me, what if Jerry's trying to make this guy a star? And Jerry knows everyone hates Jerry. And Jerry knows what he's doing. And he just wants Micah to be ultimate superstar who stands up to owner, becomes the baby face, and he's still wearing the star on his helmet. That ends up being a win for Jerry at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And I think that right now he's trying to salvage to that point where how can I spin this to still win? It's going to be tough because you burned him bad. Who talks about injuries like this? Who would ever talk about injuries in the NFL like this?
It should violate some sort of ethic.
It's like the one thing. It's the one thing in the NFL. Even gamblers don't like talking about injuries. Hate talking about it. You know how awkward it is on this show to discuss players and their injuries and what could happen after and preventative and the constant risk of it. We try to avoid it because it's so awkward and it could happen on any play, anywhere. What nerve of Jerry Jones to come out here and say stuff like that. And honestly, Schlappenheimer, DOA after this. He's DOA. Because what does he do? How do you get the locker room when the guy above you is saying stuff like this?
Well, wait, maybe this is the Schlappenheimer path is like I'm not Jerry. I'm not Jerry. Like I am. He's man of the people.
Jerry has already shattered that locker room up. He's already broke. It's done. So now it can't just be, I'm Brian Schlappenheimer coaching football in Dallas and I get to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I already have a project. I already have an insurmountable project of team chemistry, team building, and managing egos that I didn't even cause. This wasn't me. I had a clean slate. I'm not dumb Mike McCarthy that's beefing with Micah also. Like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm here to coach ball. We wanted the drama. I'm cheap too. Jerry got over on signing me for such little money. And you're setting him up with this. It's going to be a comedy of errors all season for the Dallas Cowboys. They're not a serious team. They're not a playoff team. I don't care how good Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb are. This is insurmountable because it's July 22nd and this is happening. We're not even a month out from the start of the season. Yeah. What else could happen? Anything and everything. With seeing what Jerry is capable of now, it's anything can happen.
By the way, I don't think the Milano semen exists anymore. It's just a random note. I was curious while you were finishing that point.
Oh, I know you're curious.
Yeah. All right, let's